I'm not an immigration lawyer or a consultant, but I've experienced and gone through most of these processes. Hi, you're welcome to my channel, ABC Canada, your one-stop channel on question and answer information on coming to Canada. First, I want to thank everybody that viewed my video, everyone that subscribed. In my last video, I said we are going to be treating questions raised by viewers on this channel. On the last video that I posted, I talked about Canadian visa lottery being a hoax. But now I have questions from many people asking about visiting visas to Canada. So today we're going to be talking about the temporary resident visa, which is the tourist visa. To apply for a tourist visa, you must be a citizen of where you are applying from, or you have legal status in such a country. Visitors visas can be applied for in two ways. You can apply online or you can do a paper application. I'll talk about visiting as a family or as a single person coming on vacation. There are different types of vacations that you can have in Canada. It could be a leisure vacation where you come and see the sights and sounds of Canada, or it could be a vacation / business, which is like if you come into Canada as a visitor based on your business. Example of this is, let's assume you have a business wherever you are staying right now, either at your country of origin or in your country of residence. If you are into production of furniture and you want to see how it is done in Canada, you can also do this. It's going to be a visitor's visa too. But to do that, you would have contacted a business in Canada that will send you an invite so that you can have evidence of what you are going to do in Canada, the businesses you want to visit. You would have had documents or packages sent to you after your correspondence with such company. Or you want to come to a seminar or a conference in Canada. For you to attend a conference or a seminar, you must have registered, you must have done some things required of you by the organizers of the seminar or conference, and they would have sent to you a package which will include your invite, your participation documents, something to show that you have registered for that seminar, that you have been accepted and you are expected. That is also another way. For you to apply for a visiting visa as a tourist, like you just want to see the sights and sound of Canada, you will have a reservation of a hotel, funds that you will spend while you're in Canada, and most importantly, you have to be able to convince the consular officer or the visa officer that's going to treat your document or treat your application that you are going back to your country of origin or your country where you reside in. That is all you need. You need your passport, you need identification showing your country of origin and your status in the country where you reside. You cannot apply to visit Canada when you are a visitor in another country. If you are, for example, you are visiting in UK and you want to stay there in UK, maybe you can stay 6 months, and within that 6 months, you decide that you want to go and visit Canada. Your visa will not be granted. because you are a visitor where you are. You cannot prove to them that you are going back. So for you to apply to visit Canada, you need to have like a legal standing, not a visitor status. Like you have a work permit that is lasting for a year or more, or you are a permanent resident in that country or a citizen. If you are not a permanent resident, you don't have a work visa in that country, you cannot apply to visit Canada. Visiting Canada is a beautiful place, lots of opportunity. But if you just want to come, you want to move from country to country, you cannot do that. You cannot apply for Canadian visa when you are a visitor in another country. They need proof that the country where you are applying from, you reside there, you have legal standing in that country, then they will see to your application. If you're applying, let's say from Nigeria now, you want to come and visit Canada as a visitor, and you do not have a family, you need to be able to prove that you will be going back to Nigeria. Your funds, your hotel reservation, your flight tickets, and every document on the checklist on the application must be properly done and put together. If you want to visit Canada and you're visiting a family or a friend, you need invitation letter from them. And this invitation letter is not just, it can't be given to you by just anybody. Whoever is inviting you must have a good standing, even in Canada. The person must have a good job, have funds too, showing that should anything go wrong, they are able to take care of you or take care of whatever situation that you cannot handle. You cannot get an invitation letter attached to your visa from somebody who does not have a job, who is not gainfully employed, who has criminal records or have issues with the law. Such visas will not be approved. For you to apply for a Canadian visa from your country of origin, if you have a job, it will also be good if you have an explanation letter from your job showing your standing, showing that you still have a job waiting for you. You are not just going to Canada to stay. You are just going to take a leave of absence from your job to spend maybe a week or two. You need lots of funds. You need proof that where you say you are going is where you will be. So let's assume your visa was approved now. I will always use Nigeria as an example because that's where I'm from. The reciprocity with Nigeria is, in most cases, when you apply for visa, you get the validity of your passport. That does not mean that when you get to Canada, let's assume it's 5 years. It does not mean you can stay in Canada for 5 years. It only shows that for the next 5 years, you are able to visit Canada at any time. In most cases, visas in Nigeria have multiple entries if you have that long a year, years on your passport. So it shows that you can come into Canada and go back to Nigeria within 5 years as many times as you like. The immigration officer that would ring you in or check your documents to come in will give you an amount of time that you're going to stay in Canada. Usually, the maximum time for most countries is 6 months out of whatever long years they give to you. You are able to stay in Canada for 6 months. This 6 months depends also on the officer that you meet, because it's at the discretion of the immigration officer when he's doing your landing records. He can decide to tell you to stay for 30 days. He can decide to tell you to stay for 60 days. And he can give you the maximum 6 months, which is 180 days. So these 180 days, you are deemed to leave Canada. And if you don't leave, you must have a good reason for staying. You will apply for an extension of your stay in Canada. Yes, you can do that. You can extend your stay for more than 6 months, but you still need to apply. If you are approved, it still depends on whoever treats your file, on how long it's going to give you to stay. At the end of that time, you need to leave Canada. Peradventure, you did not leave. You decided in your own heart to stay for more than 6 months, and you did not apply for extension of stay. You have just voided your visa. You can leave Canada whenever you want to leave. But know it, you will be tagged as an overstayer. And the next time you may be coming back, because your visa, on the stamp on your passport still says you have 5 years. Let's say 18 months later, you decide to visit Canada again. You might not be allowed to come in because you broke the rule while you came the first time. So when you have a visitor's visa, you're visiting Canada, and you are hoping to come back again, make sure you leave Canada as at when due. When you stay in Canada for 6 months and your 6 months expired and you did not apply for an extension, provided the period you have stayed is not over 90 days, you can apply for what is called restoration of status. You can apply for what is called the restoration of status. This application, when approved, gives you back your status as a visitor. It cancels out your overstaying mistake. But this will only work if you apply within the first 90 days. It must not be, you cannot overstay for more than 90 days and then apply for restoration of status as a visitor. It will not be entertained. So after your 6 months, if you forget to apply for extension, immediately apply for restoration of status. This puts you back in a good standing with the CIC. To apply for a temporary resident visa, which is the tourist visa, I will give you a quick rundown of the documents you need and the forms you have to fill. The forms you have to fill are: 1, application for temporary resident visa, family information form, statutory declaration of common law union, use of representative, authority to release personal information to a designated individual. Document list. That is, these are the things you have to provide. Fee payment in an acceptable form. Number 2, a photocopy of the information page of your valid passport or travel documents, which includes the passport number, the issuance and expiration date, your photo, name, date, and birthplace. You need 2 passport photos that meet the requirements of the visa application photography specification. Proof of financial support. Photocopies of your marriage license/certificate. Purpose of travel. Photocopy of your current immigration status. Minors traveling alone or with you, you must provide their custody document or letter of authorization saying that the parents want them to follow you, and any additional document required by the responsible visa office. I have the copy. It's also available on the webpage. But I want to specifically talk about the family information form. Reason is that any family member that you do not put their name down on this form while you're visiting Canada for the first time, should you go back home to your country of origin and now decide to emigrate to Canada, and you want to bring one of these people that you did not put their name in your first application with you, it will prove difficult for you. It's better to fill them all out now, and all the names will be examined before that time. That way, when you now decide to emigrate to Canada and you want to take maybe your little sister, your younger brother with you, it will not look as if you're telling a lie, because in your first application, their names are already available in your forms. Please, family information form is very, very important to put there. Another significant one is your marriage certificate if you are married. You cannot apply as a single. If you are not married, you can. But if you are married, even if your spouse is not traveling with you, you need to include your marriage certificate. Use of representative form. If you are using an immigration consultant to fill out of your form and do the processing for you, you need to fill out that form too. Authority to release personal information to a designated individual. If in your application you will like maybe your uncle or your aunt or a friend to check on your application for you, you need to fill that form. That way the person will be able to access information. If you do not have that filled out, nobody can access your information, either as a representative or as a family. That is what all this form is just requiring you to do. Document checklist is just everything that you need to provide for the visa office. This document checklist that I've just gone through is a general requirement for visa application. But there are country specifics. What I'm trying to say is that depending on the country where you are applying from, the visa office may require some other documents in that country. So this checklist is just a general checklist there are country visa office specific requirements that some visa offices in some other country may require you to submit. So when you are filling out your application from wherever country you are applying for to visit Canada, be sure to check on the specifics they need, specific documents that is required from citizens of that country or people that are residents in that country while they're applying for Canadian visitors visa. If you have any more questions or any more clarification, on the prescription box below, there is a Google form that you can fill. There, click on it and it will take you right to my email. Whatever question you write, put it down. I'm anxious to answer you. And as I answer you, your dream to come to Canada will surely, surely come to pass. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, give me the thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel to grow it. I hope I've been able to answer your question today. Till I see you next time, stay blessed.